cost of dating. So this is a guy right now. His name is Gent Z. If you like, go give him a subscribe. He has 220,000 subscribers. And when we get into the conversation of getting sex and relationships for free, I often, you guys know me, I say, no, not really. There is a payment. There's always a hidden cost of things. There's a hidden cost of home ownership. There's a hidden cost of owning luxury vehicles. There's a hidden cost of owning vehicles alone, right? And most of the time, you don't realize the cost until it's too late, until you're hit over the head. So this guy right here from Gent Z channel, 220,000 subscribers. There was a video somebody shared with me, the hidden cost of casual dating. All right, so here we go right here. Let's play portions of this video.
I moved to Chicago as a newly single man, and for the first time in a couple of years, I was taking advantage of the bar scene, taking advantage of the dating gaps, and honestly having a great time meeting lots of new women and going on lots of new dates. Now, from that experience, I've learned a lot about what I'm looking for in a potential partner, and also exactly how to play the game of modern romance. But I've also discovered there is a huge hidden cost to this method of casual dating. That's what I'm going to talk to you about in today's video.
Quickly, I love this. Fair use. I love this. This is a real pragmatic view of nobody gets it for free. All right. There's always a hidden cost. So let's hear what he talks about here. And he doesn't seem like a red pill guy, just so you know.
Hello, my name is James, and I'm on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. So what exactly is the hidden cost of casual dating? Well, there are costs on numerous fronts. First, let's talk about the time investment. Let me first say this. For a while, I believed that because I'm a very busy man, I run my own business, I am completely independent in terms of the way that I manage my money and the way that I manage my time. I didn't have time for a serious relationship. I didn't have time to meet the one and to be in a committed relationship or marriage. But what I've realized is that actually, casual dating is way more time consuming.
Facts. I'm going to tell you that. Building up a roster, approaching women, meeting women, going out to bars and clubs is way more time consuming than the relationship itself. All right, way more time consuming. You're going to do a whole bunch of this. And then if you're casually meeting, having sex with multiple women, that takes up a lot of time. All right, let's continue.
And there are a few different reasons why. Firstly, there is the literal time spent. If you are dating multiple women at once, or you're dating one woman after the other, you are spending hours and hours going on first dates. And depending on how many dates you do, this could be as little as 2 to 3 hours, could even be up to 12 and 15 hours a week.
I said that yesterday. Shout out to him. All right, I'm not saying he's jacking my shit, but a lot of people are coming to this realization. Yeah,
Now imagine if you just spent that amount of quality, focused romantic time with one person. Not only would you not need as much time to get the same levels of fulfillment and to give the same levels of love, but you'd also be so much more fulfilled and happy with the time that you did spend with that one person.
All right, so this is him saying, yeah, just spend it on one person. Again, I'm not going to agree with that part, but yeah, obviously time is a cost. Time is not free. All right, so when people say they don't pay and you telling me you got 15 girls and 3 in your rotation, you're paying that, bro. Let's continue.
As well as time invested, though, you have to look at the return that you're getting on that time invested.
What?
Casual dating can feel like playing a game of snakes and ladders. Maybe you remember that game when you were a kid, and you start making progress throughout the board. You go on the second date, the third date, and then you realize that she's not what you're looking for, or she decides you're not what she is looking for, and you're back to square one, and you're going on a first date, or you're in the talking stage with somebody else. Then maybe you go on a first date with them, not the match. Okay, we're down the ladder, back to square one.
Yep.
Or down the snake, I suppose it was. I don't remember the game, but I think you get the point. Whereas within a committed relationship, you are constantly progressing, and every moment of quality time that you spend with her, every date you go on, it only strengthens your relationship.
All right, yeah, but you ain't get no extra side, Punani. All right, but let's continue here. He's going to go to the financial costs.
So that's the time side of things covered. Now let's talk about the costs, because I hate to look in the mirror and say this, but I have to admit, I've spent thousands of dollars over the last 6 months alone going on dates with women that I knew from the get-go did not have the potential to be a long-term partner for me. And no, I'm not going to beat myself up over this. Did I have a great time? Did I have a good experience? Did I spend lots of money on myself in the process? Yes, I did. But when I think about my future goals, where would I be now if I had taken that money instead and put it towards the future or toward investing in myself?
All right, shout out to this shit right here.
Straight jack.
All right, I'm not saying he's jacking my content, but Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, this is all men pay. What would you have done if you could stack this extra money, put it into investments like the brother was saying, Roth IRA, 401k, travel by yourself? It's much cheaper. He said thousands of dollars just going on first dates. Now, of course, he might have paid for these dates like a gentleman, all right, and that's why he's done this. But guys are going cheap date, cheap date, cheap date, cheap date, all right, and think they're not paying, all right? But yeah, you're going on 2, 3, 4 dates a week or 10 a month. It's going to catch up to you.
And honestly, would I exchange those experiences for the money? Well, in some cases, yes. In some cases, no. Right? I had some wonderful times and made some wonderful memories with some lovely women. I've also made some not so wonderful memories with some women that were a little bit more so-so. But that is the game that we play. I will honestly say that all of the women I've dated this year have been absolutely wonderful. I've had a good time with all of them. They've all shown good levels of...
All right, enough of that shit. I get it. All right, most of my experiences are positive with women as well.
That it wasn't what I was looking for, yet I can...
Okay, let's go to the next one here. All right, this is interesting. I don't pay. Let's continue.
And I do want to talk about the energy levels and the emotional investment that comes with casual dating. This is probably even worse for women than for men. And there is a scientific reason why. When women sleep with a partner, they release more bonding hormones than a man does. So it's...
Hold up. Did you say energy? Hold up for a second.
Straight jacket.
Okay, the energy, he's saying the emotional investment, the energy is payment. Hold up for a second.
Straight jacket.
It sounds like money, energy, attention, and time. Now, I don't know if he watches my content, but he's arrived at the same conclusion here. Great minds think alike here. Energy, yes. The emotional investment.
And I do want to talk about the energy levels and the emotional investment that comes with casual dating. This is probably even worse for women than for men. And there is a scientific reason why. When women sleep with a partner, they release more bonding hormones than a man does. So it's understandable why they get more emotionally attached. And therefore it's understandable why they would be more likely to want to withhold sex until they feel a level of commitment from you. Although obviously lots of women today don't do that. But still, as a man, you think about her, right? Even when you're just dating casually, you're texting her. You're considering what to say next, where to go next, planning the dates. Probably the biggest drain for me, though, has just been the literal hours on the clock that I would spend with these women, and very much so the late nights, staying up all night. I'm not saying we weren't having fun. You know, obviously playing Scrabble all night is lovely, but the knock-on effects that would have on my work, on my...
I say this all the time, bro. Them late nights gonna catch up to you. Fucking till 11:30, 12, 12:30 and 1, having a conversation till 12, 12:30 and 1, getting her home, driving her home at 12, 10:30, 11. That shit gonna catch up to you. That shit gonna catch up to you. That's an investment. That definitely should not be considered free. I get it. You didn't have to pay any cash, but you stayed up till 12, 12:30 and 1 and had to get up at 5:30, 5:36. That is a hidden cost. It's going to take a toll on you. Sometimes you don't even get sex from the woman and you go up over there and she be like, oh, not today. I'm on my period. Guess what? You pissed. Why? Because you like, I didn't spend this time to go over there. Now she tells you you're on your period, or she flakes on you. You're mad. Why? Because you didn't spend time getting ready and you didn't get anything back. So now you're pissed. That's payment. That is payment, guys. I'm telling you, man, them hours add up. And then you look at it, because you took those hours and then done something for yourself. Yep, you would have come out with a better situation. Let's continue.
Productivity, on my physical health as well. You know, running on 3 to 4 hours of sleep, 2 to 3 nights a week. That is so detrimental to my goals and to my mental performance, my physical performance.
Facts.
And yes, it may have been fun, but ultimately, again, coming back to this value proposition that casual relationships offer, was it worth it? I would say no, it probably wasn't.
Spinning plates. You know, you got 2 and 3 and 4 girls, 4 and 5 and 6 girls in your rotation. Dude, I got text messages right now in my phone. 3 women wanting to meet with me today. 3. And that's after a whole bunch of women I had this week on Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right, I'm spent. But when you're juggling this women and trying to juggle, you're going to get this. 3 women. 1, 2, 3. Hey, we meeting tonight? I'm frustrated. You know what frustrates men when you're greedy? Because you got 2 or 3 different women pulling and tugging you, and now you're pissed off. But what you're doing is they don't realize that you got 2 and 3 women you're juggling. They don't realize that. They just trying to see you. They might think they're the only one. They might think that. So you're playing games with them, and these bitches start playing games. Why you not texting me? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? And guess what? You're exhausted. You're frustrated. And you're like, man, these bitches ain't shit. They all acting this. But it's you causing that. You're causing that. You're causing the frustration. You're causing yourself to frustrate. Now they blowing up your phone. Now they tripping. Now they bugging. Now they playing game. You caused that. You're causing that. You're causing them to constantly be like, how come you can't meet? And how come you canceling? You're causing that. Not them. Because you're greedy. Okay? So realize that. That then ends up being the cost. Because then they start playing manipulation games against you, and then you caused it. And these hoes be out here really be tripping. You caused that.
Whereas when you're pursuing things with somebody that you are taking more seriously, there may be more of a tendency to actually take things slower, to not do the sleepovers until you believe there is the real potential for something serious. And when you
and then also you're double and triple booking, and then guess what you do? Then when she feels that you're not taking her seriously, then you can't get her to come over, and you push her off to Monday. Then when you text her Monday, she flakes on you, or she goes radio silent. She ghosts, and you be like, Coach, man, these girls ghosting, but you caused that. Pushing her off, pushing her off, pushing her off, and then she finds something else to do. She finds someone else to do. Now you try to reel her back. How, Coach, man, I don't understand why she ghosting. Because you're doing that. All right, you're too greedy, and you're trying to spin the plates, and then they fall off. Now what do? Got to find another girl to replace her. What does that cost? Time. Now you got to go out to bars, nightclubs, cold approach, websites, dating apps. Finding new girls, talking, having the same conversation over and over again. Let's go to the next one real quick. Let's see here. Dating apps. Dude, this is a big old time suck. Not only that, it's a financial suck. You don't realize it.
Am I using dating apps? Yes, I am. And the reason why is because dating apps do help you see from the get-go whether somebody may or may not be compatible with you. And personally, this may sound shallow, but I have a very clear physical type that I like. I know exactly what I like, actually. And it's always been that way ever since I was a little boy. So for me to be able to see that up front is incredibly helpful. But you can also see things such as political views, religion,
okay, no, enough of that shit. All right, so we got it right here. He's got some suggestions there, but go to his channel, Gent Z, the hidden cost of casual dating. People will just blow that off. Oh, man, I don't even have to pay at all. I'm like, bro. Like, this is a silly argument. It's somewhat immature. Now, paying direct, am I telling you to do that? No. But, brothers, let me tell you, man, you are costing yourself. You come home for work, 5 o'clock. You ever do this? Let's just say 5 o'clock. You come home for work, 5 o'clock. What do? You feel like you're in a rush. You got anxiety. You're like, damn, I got to shower. I got to get a workout in. I got to shower. I got an appointment to go to. And then you're like, and I got a woman I'm going to meet at 7. Then you book another woman at 9 or 9:30. All of that anxiety is causing you that stress. That's payment. And then what happens? You go to the woman at 7. All right, you go to meet her. You driving halfway there. She's like, I can't meet till 7:30. I'm going to be running late. You're like, oh, damn. So that means 7:30, 7:38. I'm going to have to get out of there by 8:45 so I can meet my 9:30. But now she done pushed the date back 30 minutes because she's running late, getting pretty for you, doing her hair. And your greedy ass now cause yourself stress and anxiety by spinning plates. And you're like, oh, shit. And now she's there taking her own time. And then she wants to take you back to her apartment. She's going to give you the pussy, but you want to fuck her in 15 minutes and rush her out the door. Okay? But guess what? She hangs out. She's slow. She getting undressed slow. She getting back dressed slow. And you like, damn, I got to meet my 9:30. Stress the fuck out. Now you yelling at her, telling her to leave. Bitch, will you hurry up and go? You see what's happening? All of that stress. Now the 9:30s get pushed back to 10. Or she flakes. All right? And now you pissed. You're doing it to yourself. And now guess what? You stressed out. Or she shows up 10, 10:30. Now 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:31, 1:30, and 2. And you got to get back up 3 hours, 4 hours later, spinning plates. It's not free. Now you at work like this. You at work like this. And guess what? You got another 1 or 2 girls you're spinning plates with tomorrow. You think you're not paying for that? If you think you're not paying for that, you are crazy. You are crazy. That shit gonna catch up to you fast. Eventually, what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna stop dating. You're gonna be like, I need a break from this shit. This shit burning me out. You're going to get rid of all your hoes. You're going to take a break. You'll commit to one girl, as he's saying. You're going to wear out. You're only going to do that for a good 2-3 weeks, maybe a couple of months tops. And then you're going to be like, time out. And a lot of those girls are going to be tripping on you because there's only one. Oh, here's the classic. You're trying to meet up with a girl for tomorrow, but you're with a girl tonight. But the girl you're trying to meet up with tomorrow is trying to confirm for tomorrow. But you too busy trying to fumble around with this dizzy broad you're with tonight. So here you go getting started at 9:30 with your Wednesday girl, but your Thursday girl is texting you to confirm. But you're not able to text her because you're with your Wednesday girl. And then now she blowing you up, or now she's like, listen, respond to me. You don't get back to her till 11:30 and 12. She know you with another woman or whatnot. That's a dead ass giveaway. So you don't want to do the dead ass giveaway. You don't message her until Thursday morning. She gonna be like, it's too late. I needed to get a babysitter. I needed to know. I needed to get my makeup ready, my hair, my clothes, my dress. I had to think about a whole bunch of things. You don't text me back till Thursday afternoon and say I can meet now. Yeah, she like, man, fuck that, man. Let's try another day. Now you like, man, these hoes be tripping. You see what I'm talking about? Like, this is all payment. This is all games that you played that don't think it takes away from you. It's taking away from you. It literally is taking away from you. It's eating you up slowly to the point you can't do this for very long. There's no way you could do it. Yep, and your dick sore. You thinking about, damn, I done shot loads. I done shot all the loads out already. All right. It's going to catch up to you. Shout out to you. Let me go ahead and get up out of here by doing the last remaining super chats. If you want to continue to support the show, let me know. All right. And most of the time, if you're not doing it directly, these women will take up 3-4 hours of your time easily. Sad part about it is when you do the JUCO, they be out the door in 45 minutes. So if you do want someone to cuddle with you and talk to you, the JUCO ain't it. All right, they'll be out the door in 45 minutes once you done busting a nut. All right, they're like, you done? I'm done. Next appointment, or they going home with the money and they're going to go pay out some bills. So there isn't really a happy medium. Shout out to Anesthesia as a 41-year-old millennial. I will say every